Welcome to physics this morning, Monday, September 14th. If you missed today's Zoom class, I just briefly wanted to kind of share with you what the expectation was. First of all, I'm Mr. Martin, and I look forward to working with you and meeting you. And I won't share too much about myself in this little video, but I just want you all to know that my biggest goal for myself is to make sure every single one of you can be successful in this class. I know right now it's probably a little scary. We're starting high school. We're starting it in a way that's never been started before, online like this. And so I know that, and I want to be here to support you in any way I can. And so the only thing I can really ask is that you try your best to show up or check into my calendar, my classes. And if you need help, just reach out, ask for help, and I'll do my best to make sure I can support you. Okay, so for today's class, if you want to attend, remember the link is always going to be here, and the passcode is physics. Try to keep that simple for you. Then you have two ways to get to the activity, and they've asked us to make this a requirement. So you can either go to modules from the homepage, or you can go to the calendar. So showing you, if I go to modules, you're going to see day 1, physics introduction, and you can go ahead and click that. And this is your first and only assignment for today. We spent today's class just kind of saying hello, going over the syllabus, which I can go over as well. So on the home page, you can find our syllabus. And just real brief, if you need my email, there's a reference to my email. There's also a reference on the home page. And then our learning targets this year. So our first unit is going to be about finding patterns in nature. Our second unit will be texting and driving. And our goal is to complete these in the first quarter. And then Unit 5, Waves and Technology. And Unit 6, Electricity, Power Production, and Climate Science. And those hopefully will be completed by second quarter. And by the end of this semester, you have completed a full year of physics. So you'll get that full credit if you complete the class. Okay, and then if you're new to the district, we've got a little bit about grading and proficiency. But basically, you're shooting for at least a 3 or a 4. 4 would be obviously excellent. But then going back to today's activity, if I go to the calendar, because you can also access today's activity like this, I'm going to do my best to always have an agenda up, which again will have the Zoom session. And if I click into the title, it'll make it bigger. It'll have the Zoom session with the meeting ID and passcode. For the most part, if you click the link, it should just ask you for the passcode. Then you can access what we missed today. So shared a little bit about myself and our course syllabus. I linked it again here. And then your classwork, because our goal, or my goal, is not really to assign homework, but each class, other than today, you'll see that the class schedule is here as well. Each class is going to be about an hour long, just about an hour. And our goal is to be there in a live session for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then that'll give you about 30 minutes or so to do classwork. And the goal is then you don't have necessarily homework to do after class. So the only classwork I have for you today is this physics student survey. If you click this link, it'll take you to the assignment and you'll fill out the Google form. You'll see here it's right now for me filling it out, but this should be your email. And then information about you. And this kind of helps me go through it and make sure I know how I can support you, your class period. And then I just kind of wanted to get a feel for how people are doing right now. So, uh, a one would be you're really not doing very good. You're feeling very stressed, very anxious, um, and so that is perfectly acceptable if that's the way you're feeling. And I'll do my best to support you. And then a 10 would be like, I've got no worries at all. I'm doing great. So those questions are: how are you feeling about starting high school? Um, and then how are you feeling about online learning? We all have different levels of comfort with technology and Zooming and different things. And we got a little bit taste of it back in the spring. Okay. But, let me know how you're feeling about this. And then how are you feeling about physics or starting science in general? Um, so just kind of a general idea. Then if you want, this is the only optional question. You can explain to me why you're feeling this way. So let's say I'm really worried about physics. I would kind of appreciate like a little explanation so that I can think about ways to better support you and better help you and make you feel comfortable. And then two more required questions. What do you think will be your biggest challenge to attending class? Some of you might say, I really don't think I'm going to have a challenge. I plan on being there every day. I'm looking forward to it. And others might be, I've got other things kind of going on in the background, or I've got siblings going on in the background. Maybe we have internet problems. So if you're anticipating or expecting any problem, please let me know what that might be so that I can support you. We really want this year to be different than kind of in the spring so that you feel as supported as possible. And then, just last general question: is there anything that I can do uh, to help you be successful this fall? Um, so please let me know. And if you go, no, I think I got this, or yeah, in the spring, this didn't really work for me. If maybe you could help me out with that, I'm going to do my best to look at this feedback and get back to you, and then see how things are going. Okay, and then just submit, and that is your assignment for day one physics. Thanks for watching, and I hope to get to know you all better very soon.